Hello and welcome to Professor Pincushion. In this tutorial, we're going to go through the McCall's Pattern Lookbook. If you've always wanted to try commercial patterns, this is a great place to start, and I'll show you how to read these pattern catalogs and understand all the important information inside. McCall's Patterns has a wide variety of different patterns for women, men, and children's clothing. They also have lots of costumes, crafts, and home decorating patterns. They have patterns from designers like Patty Palmer and Nancy Ziman. Plus, their lines include Fashion Star and Create It. When you look at a catalog, you're going to want to make sure that you're looking at the most recent copy. If you look up here at the top corner, it says Summer 2013, so you'll see the season and the year. Most of the things that you're going to see in this catalog do have a pattern available. If, for example, you really like this top we're seeing on the cover, you can find the information for the pattern number and the page number for more information right down here at the bottom. The first page of the lookbook is going to look something similar to this, and this is going to be the key to understanding a lot of the aspects of the patterns. All of the patterns are separated into categories and organized by color, as you can see right here. So there's different categories. There's dresses, bottoms, jackets, coats, sleepwear, baby, and you can see we have it in English, and then we also have Spanish and French. Now, if you want to look at something particular, let's say I want to look at tops. So I want to look at shirts, vests, that kind of thing. I have orange for the color. If I actually flip this book up so I can look at the ends of the pages, you're going to clearly see all the different colors. So then if I go to the orange section, I jump directly to tops. So it's just an easy way to get where I need to go. If we go back to this first page, you're going to see these buttons over here. Now these are going to tell us unique aspects that we can quickly see about a pattern. So for instance, maybe it's going to only take 1 hour of sewing time, so it's going to be a really fast thing that we can make, or it could possibly be really easy. It could be plus friendly, petite friendly. These are really nice to look for. This means that they're going to have a separate bodice that you can pick so you can customize it according to your bra cup size. So this is for A, B, C, D cup sizes, and this one you're going to be able to customize it for the larger ones. So CD, DD, and then DDD. We have suitable for maternity. Now this one is for early pregnancy and then right after you have the baby, so kind of in that transition period. Patterns that use knits, unisex. These are patterns that have a garment that's reversible, and yes, we even have some patterns that are sew-free. Now you can find this on the individual products page and also on the pattern envelope. So here's an example. Just looking at this quickly, I can see that it's easy and it's also petite friendly. So that's what makes it really nice to quickly see if I want a pattern that will only take me an hour. Now if you want to look at the newest patterns they have available that they've just added to the collection, you're going to want to look at this very first category, the new category. And this is always usually in the front. And you can just quickly flip through it and see all the new patterns that they created for their Summer 2013 collection. If you find something that you really like, you can go ahead and stop, and you'll see they have information over here for either the page number or the pattern number. When you get to the individual products page, this is where you're going to get all your information for finding your pattern. Now they usually dedicate one pattern per page, unless it's a featured item like this Fashion Star pattern, which is actually taking up both pages here. And you know that because we have all our important information down here and we don't have anything on this page. So what you see on this page is also relating to the information over here. You can see that we have a button right up here. So first of all, we know this is going to be easy. Then we have different letters. We have A and we have B. So that means that in this one pattern envelope, you're going to get two versions of the dress, or they call them views. So you have view A and you have view B. The difference being it looks like this has an elastic waist and this waist right here is loose fitting and then it has a tie. Now we're going to get a little closer and focus on the information here so it'll be a little bit easier to see. One of the most important things we can get from this section is going to be the pattern number. Each pattern envelope has its own unique number. So once you find a pattern you want, you're going to want to write this number down, and that's how you're going to find it in the store. If we were to take a look at my example of my pattern envelope, you'll see it has a completely different number than this one here. We also have the suggested retail price I really like these line drawings because you can quickly get a clear look at some of the elements of the garment. Sometimes in the photographs you can't really see everything that's going on, but in this you can clearly see all the details. So remember, there were two views, view A and view B, and you could clearly see that view A is really loose fitting, and then it has this fabric tie, and view B, you can see all this gathering going on, so it's going to have an elastic waist. Over here, we're going to see the suggested fabrics for this pattern. So they're telling us that these patterns are designed for medium weight woven fabrics. So you can't just use anything. I can't just go grab a knit fabric instead of a woven fabric and think it's going to have the same sort of draping that's going on. So that's why it's very important to pay attention to these. Now you'll notice that in this section, we have things in English, you have it in French, and then you have it in Spanish. You have the same thing over here. So we have a quick description on what it is. It's a dress with a tie. That's this part right here. And then they just repeat it in the other languages. And then over here, we're actually talking about sizing. So for this pattern, there's two different envelopes. There's one set of envelopes that are going to carry the sizes in this first set of parentheses. And there's going to be another envelope that's going to have these sizes. So when you pick up the envelope, you're going to want to look at the front because you definitely have to make sure that you're picking up one that has your size in it. Now you also have to remember that ready-to-wear garments or retail things that you pick up, that sizing is completely different than commercial pattern sizing. So if I normally wear a size 12, I can't assume that I'm going to be the same size 12 here. So we're going to go over it later, but you're definitely going to want to take your measurements and compare it to the measurement chart. Now, if you find out, hey, I'm a size 4, for example, you can quickly look at this and you're going to see that this pattern does not come in a size 4. So if you want to make this particular dress, you would have to do some alterations. Also really handy is they tell us that the instructions also come in Spanish in addition to English. Let's go ahead and take a look at another example. Now this particular pattern is in the separates category, which means that we get several elements in one envelope. So the patterns included in this envelope are going to be a couple of different tunics or tops. You get a dress, you get shorts, and you get pants. So it's kind of like getting a bonus, getting all these things in one envelope. Now looking at this, you can clearly see the difference. One has sleeves, one does not have sleeves. You have the dress, pants, and the shorts. So each of these have a different letter for the view. So you have A, B, C, D, and then E for the pants. If you want to do just one of these elements in the pattern, be sure to write down the view letter so that way you're getting all the information that you need. Now you just need to be careful because this product page is giving you basic information. In order to get more detailed information about the pattern, such as how much fabric you're going to need and other notions or other additional items you're going to need in order to make it, you definitely need to consult the pattern envelope. That's going to give you all the information you're going to need. This is just giving you the basic information about the piece and the number. We also have these nice buttons up here again. So this means this pattern is easy, it's plus friendly, and also it has individual bodice pieces depending on what bra cup size you are. So that way you can get a better fit. At the top of the box, you're going to have the pattern number again. So if you want this pattern, this is the number you're going to write down and search for when you're in the store. You have the suggested retail price. Underneath that, you're going to have a description. So it's the Mrs. and Women's tunics, dress, shorts, and pants, and then they have it in the other languages right below that. Next is going to be the size. So again, these are the sizes that are carried for this pattern. If you don't see your size, it doesn't come in this pattern. So there's two different envelopes. One envelope carries sizes 8 through 16, and another envelope is going to be 18W through 24W. We have, again, the recommendation for fabric. So this particular pattern is designed for lightweight woven and stable knit fabrics. So you have a choice. You can either use a woven fabric, or if it's a stable knit fabric, you can use that as well. In the back of the lookbook, you can find some really handy charts which can be good for referencing. One of these is going to be the ease chart. If you're looking in the back of your pattern envelope and you're reading the description and it says something about it being fitted, loose fitting, close fitting, something of that nature, you can see that this is referenced here. Now ease is extra inches that they've built into the pattern for a design element. So it can kind of give you an idea on how something is going to fit before you've even made it. So if, for example, I'm making a dress and it's fitted, I can go to the bust area, dress, fitted, and see for the bust area, they're going to add 3 to 4 inches, and this is what is being accounted in the finished garment measurements. The back of the pattern book is also going to help you decide on what is going to be your size for commercial patterns. So you have something like this, which is helping you take your measurements, and you want to take them as accurately as possible. So they're showing you where you need to measure and then also how you make this measurement. If you have any trouble at all or need some extra clarification, definitely check out our tutorial on this on how to take your body measurements. Once you have your measurements, you can then compare them to the body measurement charts in the book. So I'm just using Mrs. as an example here, but they also have it for women, men, girls, boys, toddlers, and babies. And you have your measurements in inches, you can see inches here, and then also in centimeters. And it's broken up according to a different category. So you have bust, waist, hip, and so on. The sizes are listed here in the left. So everything in this row is going to go back to this size. So everything in this row is for size 4, for example. Now if, for example, I'm making a skirt, I can go ahead, take the circumference of my hip with that measurement. I'm going to go up to the hip column. I'm going to find my measurement. Let's say it's 36 inches. Then I could go ahead, go across the row and find out, okay, I'm a size 12. Once you know your size, you can then go through the McCall's pattern book and find all the patterns that you would like to make. Make sure to check out our other videos and visit ProfessorPincushion.com to view our complete library with well over 150 sewing video tutorials. New tutorials are released regularly, so make sure to subscribe to be notified of the next release. Thanks for watching!